This animal video pulled in 229 million views, this Godzilla video racked up 54 million views, and this Cristiano Ronaldo video hit 57 million views. That's the kind of reach this Instagram account is getting, all by using a single AI method to create its videos. A few days ago, I came across a super high quality AI video about the world's smallest animals.
Meow.
The crazy part, 229 million views, which is almost unheard of these days for AI-generated content. And it wasn't just a one-off. This account had multiple videos with tens of millions of views each. At first glance, it looked like the work of a professional animator, but as I dug deeper, I realized it's way easier than I thought. After testing and analyzing nearly every AI tool out there, I cracked the exact formula this account used to create its viral videos. But here's the thing, I also spotted a few major mistakes in their strategy that are costing them both views and money. Sure, getting millions of views is impressive, but if you're not monetizing them properly, especially on Instagram, you're leaving a ton of money on the table. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how I would start an account like this from scratch and turn it into a profitable business. I'll break down the exact AI software, prompts, and techniques you need to replicate one of their most viral videos. And stick around until the end, because I'll also reveal a powerful new monetization method that's been popping up recently. This method is making faceless channels like these tens of thousands of dollars a month. And the crazy part is that nobody is really talking about it on YouTube yet. The first thing we're going to do differently is post videos across all social media platforms to maximize both views and income. Now, you might have heard that platforms like TikTok and YouTube Shorts actually pay creators for posting on their platforms, but there's a catch to this. TikTok only monetizes accounts that have 10,000 followers located in large countries like the US, and YouTube only monetizes accounts with 1,000 subscribers and 10 million views in the last 90 days. So yeah, if you're starting from zero, it's not exactly easy. However, I've been looking around for solutions that would make it possible to monetize accounts right away for those who want to start making money with their very first post. And after digging around, I found this website that sells pre-monetized accounts, meaning these accounts have already been grown organically to reach the monetization requirements, so you can start earning from day one. You can use the code GROWWITHAI for a little discount. I'll leave a link to it in the description. So now that your accounts are ready, let's get into how to actually create these videos. One of this channel's most viral videos is this one, Thanos in some Indian market. And honestly, it's pretty obvious why it blew up. It's unique, shocking, and stands out from everything else out there. That's exactly the kind of content that gets insane engagement. To make things as simple as possible, I've put together a 4-step blueprint that'll walk you through the entire process of creating these videos and even how to monetize meme audiences. Basically, we're going to generate an image of the character we want. Then, we'll use the AI software I mentioned earlier to animate that image into a full video. The first step is coming up with a prompt that will generate the exact image we need. And honestly, this is probably the hardest part. I mean, look at this. It literally looks like it was created by Marvel. How do you even compete with that? So I put all my prompting knowledge to work and generated hundreds of images, but none of them even came close to the result I wanted. So I had to dig deeper, experiment with every setting, tweak every word in the prompt, and then, after some dark magic, now that we have the prompt, which honestly felt impossible to come up with, it's time to generate the actual images. Since we're not trying to spend a bunch of money on software, I always go with Leonardo AI. They give you enough free credits every day, so you don't even need a subscription. So head over to Leonardo's website and sign up for an account. It's super simple. Enter your email and you're good to go. Once you're in, look for the big button in the middle that says Image Creation and click on it. If you've never used an AI image generator before, it's pretty straightforward. Whatever you type into the box, Leonardo will turn into an image. Since we already have the perfect prompt, you need to make sure the settings are right. On the right-hand side, you'll see a bunch of options that control how the final image turns out. The first thing you want to do is click on the top button labeled Preset and set it to Cinematic Kino. This setting gives you the most realistic looking results, making sure your images have that high-quality, professional feel. Then, set the generation mode to quality. This will make the process take a little longer, but the boost in image quality is absolutely worth the extra few seconds. Next, set the image dimensions to vertical, 9 by 16. This is super important because we want the images to be the right size from the start, so we don't have to crop or adjust them later. You'll also see a setting below that determines how many images are generated at once. I usually go with 4, but it depends on how many credits you have to spend. Once you've got all the settings dialed in, hit enter and let Leonardo work its magic. And as you can see, the images it generates are nearly identical to the ones in that viral 50 million view video. Of course, we're not just making Thanos videos. We need to create videos featuring other famous people and characters too. Since these prompts can get pretty complex, I put together a prompt template that makes it a lot easier for you. I've added fill in the blank sections where you can enter details about the character you want to generate. This way, you don't have to start from scratch every time. Just fill in the boxes, and Leonardo will have all the data it needs to create images just as good as the ones we just made. I'll drop this prompt template in the description so you can grab it for yourself. Anyway, for this video, we'll need 4 images, so I'll go ahead and download all of them, but that alone won't be enough to hit the 1 minute mark. As you might already know, TikTok only monetizes videos that are at least 1 minute long, so if you want to reach that threshold, you'll need around 12 or more images. The easiest way to do this is by generating the same prompt 3 times. That way, you'll have enough footage without changing anything. Once you've got the images, you'll want to add a simple storyline to keep the viewer engaged throughout the entire video. A basic structure would include a hook, a main part, and a conclusion. For example, imagine someone sneaks up and steals a piece of fruit from Thanos. That's the hook. Then Thanos chases them down, which becomes the main part. Finally, he takes the fruit back, completing the conclusion. This kind of storytelling makes the video way more engaging and increases the chances of viewers watching until the end. Once you've got your images downloaded, we can move on to the next step. A couple of years ago, creating an animation like this would have been nearly impossible, but with today's AI tools, we can turn still images into a full video in just minutes. There are quite a few tools out there that claim to do this, but after testing several, I found one that delivers by far the best results. It's a website called lumalabs.ai. I'll drop a link to it in the description. They offer a free plan that gives you 30 generations per month, which is enough to create a few videos. But if you're serious about this and want to scale up, you'll probably need to upgrade to one of their paid plans. Once you've signed up with your email and created an account, you'll see a little search bar on the homepage. What you want to do is click on the picture icon and upload the first image you generated with Leonardo. After that, you'll need to add a short description of what's happening in the image. Something simple, like Thanos in a fruit market, will do the trick. No need to overcomplicate it. Once that's done, just hit enter and wait a couple of minutes for the AI to generate the animation. And as you can see, the result looks insane. Not only does it add camera movement, but it also creates realistic body movements. Thanos is moving his arms, and even the people in the background are subtly animated, making it look like a scene straight out of a Marvel movie. Now, just repeat this exact process for the rest of the images until you've animated all of them. Once that's done, all the animations should look exactly like the ones I showed you earlier. The only thing left before we move on is to download them. We're not going for any crazy edits here, so to keep things simple and free, I'll be using CapCut. First, open a new project and import the videos you just downloaded from Luma Labs. Then, drag them onto the timeline one by one until all the clips are added. To smooth things out a bit, I like to add a simple transition between the clips. Just click on the transition button in the top left, and you'll see hundreds of pre-made options to choose from. I'd recommend keeping it subtle. Something smooth like a blur transition works great. To apply it, just drag it between the first 2 clips. Instead of adding it manually to each one, you can save time by clicking the Apply to All button, which will apply the transition throughout the entire video. And that's pretty much all you need to do editing-wise. Before exporting the video, I highly recommend adding some background music to make it more engaging. If you already have a track in mind, go for it. Just make sure it's not copyrighted. If you're unsure, head over to ChatGPT and enter a prompt like this. This will generate a list of categories to choose from. I thought an orchestral soundtrack would work best since it complements Thanos' villainous presence, so I decided to go with that. Now, to actually find the right music, you'll need a website that offers copyright-free tracks. One of my go-to sites is Pixabay, which has a massive library of free assets, including music. Just type in the genre in the search bar, browse through the results, and listen to a few options. Once you find a track that fits, click the download button. Head back to CapCut, upload the song, and drag it into the timeline. You might need to adjust it slightly so that the best part of the song aligns with your video. And that's pretty much it for the editing. Now, we're ready to export the final version. To do this, click the blue export button in the top right corner. In the export settings, set the resolution to 1080p and the frame rate to 60 FPS to ensure the best quality possible. Once that's done, hit export, and now we can move on to the monetization strategy. But first, here's how the final video turned out. As you can see, it looks almost identical to the viral video we set out to replicate. Now, the next step is posting it across multiple social media platforms like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram to maximize views. The goal here isn't just to rack up views, it's to turn this into a profitable business. Relying on ad revenue alone won't cut it, especially since Instagram doesn't even pay for views. Instead, we need to convert views into actual income without relying on ads. A few months ago, this was a huge challenge for faceless accounts like this because there weren't many ways to monetize them. But recently, a new software has made it insanely easy to make money off these videos. The software lets you promote products from major brands, and every time you bring in a new customer, you get paid. But here's the crazy part. You don't even need to sell anything. This method rewards you just for getting people to answer a few simple questions. The website I'm talking about is called Glitchy, and chances are you haven't heard of it yet because it's still completely untapped. Only a few accounts are using it, but they're already pulling in insane results. For example, this guy used it to make $25,000 in a single month. So here's exactly how you can do the same. But before I get into that, if you want me to keep finding and sharing these new monetization strategies, make sure to drop a like on this video. This stuff takes hours of research to uncover. Alright, so the first step is to head over to Glitchy's website and sign up for a free account using your email. Don't worry, it's completely free and you won't need to pay for any subscriptions. Once you're inside, click on the offers tab. This will show you a list of products you can promote, and the best part, these are all big name brands that people in niches like this are already familiar with. Like 7-Eleven, Zara, big brands people already know and love. To make this work, you want to pick a product that fits your audience. So find one that makes sense, click on it. Now scroll down a bit until you see this affiliate link. Every time someone clicks on this link and completes the process, you get paid $8. People are raking in insane amounts just by doing this on TikTok and Instagram pages. If you jump on this early, it could be the next big thing. So here's what you do. Copy that link and paste it in the bio of all your social media accounts. That way, whenever someone lands on your profile, the first thing they see is the link. But to actually get them to click on it, you need a compelling bio. Something like, click here to get a $500 discount at KFC. You can also push it further by adding a CTA in your video descriptions. Something like, click the link in my bio to get $500 at KFC. Once they click, all they have to do is answer a few simple questions and you get paid. Now, let's put this into perspective. The video we replicated got 50 million views. Imagine how much money this account missed out on by not promoting anything in their bio. If you want to get in on this, I've linked Glitchy in the description so you can check it out. I know this might feel like a lot to take in, so if you have any questions or just want to chat with me one-on-one, I actually have a free community where I help people with this in real time. Right now, it's completely free to join, so if you're serious about leveling up, hit the link in the description. See ya inside.